Good morning, friends. We finally have the elders' letters and something else we need to cover that I think is interesting and good news for all of us. I think a lot of the world is realizing how bad these religious cults are, and hopefully they'll start doing something about it. Sorry for the squeaky chair. And I want to thank the Underground Ghost very much for sending us the Elder's Letter. Very much appreciated. Announcements and reminders, October 2025. And they usually wait until after the annual meeting to send out Elder's Letters, because I had quite a few people asking me, where's the Elder's Letters? Well, they usually wait until after annual meeting, like I said. For Elders, the 2026 Memorial. In many locations, the sunset on the day of the memorial, which will be held on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, will occur late in the evening. If the Kingdom Hall is shared by more than one congregation and your congregation is assigned the later memorial time slot, it may be challenging for publishers and interested ones to attend. Therefore, it may be beneficial to rent a suitable facility to allow for an earlier start time. This may make it possible for more people to attend the memorial. Where practical, the bodies of elders or two or more congregations may choose to rent a larger facility together and share the expense. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Then they even have a form of how to handle the renting of facilities for theocratic events. This is one of the interesting things. Supplier arrangement for Amazon Business. Kingdom Hall operating committees and congregations can set up a free Amazon business account. This account provides access to an exclusive discount program established by the branch. Oh, they're getting special privileges from Amazon. All accounts now receive Business Prime at no cost, which includes free same-day or two-day shipping on eligible items. Congregations can also set up tax exemptions where applicable and request a line of credit. This arrangement is confidential. Oh, shh, then don't tell anybody. And intended for congregation and Kingdom Hall accounts only. For details, select the Supplier Arrangements link in the Congregation section of the JW Hub homepage. Yeah, how many JWs know about this? Oh, but they're doing Jehovah's work, important business, so any discounts they can get from Satan's world is worth it. If you have not been able to use a branch recommended supplier such as Amazon Business or Sherwin-Williams as your main source for maintenance, operating, and cleaning supplies, we would appreciate your feedback. Please fill out the Supplier Arrangements feedback form and explain your needs or concerns. When the individual managing the supplier account changes, please ensure he has the details needed to continue managing the account. Additionally, update the supplier with the new contact information to avoid disruptions, such as invoice payment issues. Recipient of donations. This is interesting because we've been predicting for quite a while that there's going to be some changes with the donations and stuff. And, we know eventually they're going to go to all online donations. All donations submitted by congregations in the United States to the branch office will now be accepted by the legal entity Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, CCJW. See, and they've also been pushing that CCJW in court. Oh, well, they're in control of the congregations. But see, several of the survivors have been able to win their lawsuits with the argument, well, if your money and donations are going to Watchtower, then they are in control of the congregation. If they appoint elders, they are in control of the congregation. So, we know this is why they're moving everything to the Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. And a lot of stuff is being transferred to the Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses. They're getting in, the Religious Order is the one that is kind of like, not only do they give the allowance to all of like the missionaries, circuit overseers, and all of that, but, buying property. We did a video years ago. It was the religious order that bought Anthony Moore's this town home. And they also bought a couple of others in that same area. So it was them that bought that. All right, going on. Previously, some donations sent to the worldwide work were received by the Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York. For coordinators of the body of elders, announcements for congregations, make sure this is posted on the information board. For secretaries, recipients of donations, please share this information with your congregation accounts. You will need to make changes to your existing process for submitting donations to the branch. You need to go to JW Hub and, change all that stuff. For service overseers, walk courageously with God. With the help of a literature servant, please verify the number of requests for printed copies of the Courage Book in regular or large print format. So you can now order Walk Courageously with God, the new book, and the 9 new tracts. You can start submitting requests for that. And public witnessing posters for 4 new tracts will be available for your carts. Featured convention dramas in English and Spanish Braille. You can now submit requests on behalf of blind publishers. Announcements and reminders for congregations. A message from God's Word, Hope for Refugees. The article, A Message from God's Word, Hope for Refugees, was recently released on jw.org and JW Library in the More Topics article series. This article has been designed for use in the ministry, especially in territories with refugees. A PDF version of the article is also available for download on jw.org. The article will not be printed and distributed by the branch office. Where possible and practical to do so, publishers may print the PDF file for use in the ministry using a personal printer. So, to save a few bucks, they're going to make you print it yourself. Alright, they're announcing the Walk Courageously with God, a new book that was entitled by that, released at the annual meeting, the 9 new tracts. Sign language workbook for Walk Courageously with God, and then the dramas in Spanish and English Braille. All right, that is it for the Elders Letter. And if the Ghost of the Underground posts this on JehovahWitness.net or .com, I will post the link down below. It is only good for 7 days. Now, there is a communication that went out because Jehovah's Witnesses are concerned in France. Now, we've done some videos in the past. There have been some concerns with France, and France even passed anti-cult laws in the past few years. And so, this has been an ongoing thing between Watchtower and France. So, I have this dated October 6, 2025. For the local assemblies of metropolitan and overseas France. Intention to withdraw our association's religious benefits. On September 15, 2025, the prefect of Hauts-de-Seine officially informed 2 of our associations, namely the Religious Association of Jehovah's Witnesses of France and the Christian Federation of Jehovah's Witnesses of France, of his intention to withdraw their benefits as religious associations. Now, I'm going to pause right there and have a comment. We know Watchtower has several legal entities and corporations. So are they getting federal money and grants in all of these countries for each one of their organizations? Do that math in your head of how many millions of dollars they're getting from the governments worldwide. And we know France, all you have to do is go to YouTube and just put protests and problems in France, and you see all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, basically, the country is falling apart. So, of course, they're going to withdraw their money, and save a few bucks wherever they can. Okay, I digress. Going on. The decision is based on reports from the Interministerial Mission for Vigilance and the Fight Against Sectarian Abuses. So they found out about Watchtower's abuses and how they treat apostates and the shunning and how they treat, victims of CSA. A government body which denounces practices that undermine freedom of association and public order. It notably claimed that members of Jehovah's Witnesses wishing to leave the assembly would suffer ostracism and psychological pressure and psychological abuse. Look at, I know I keep harping on this and we keep mentioning it. We were disfellowshipped because Mike's mom ran to her elders and said we're apostates. So we were disfellowshipped on hearsay. We didn't even go to our judicial hearing because it was at night and Mike was out of town. So we were disfellowshipped for apostasy without a fair hearing. And the elders were so stubborn, I digress. But you can see the psychological abuse all of us are whistleblowing about and speaking out to the world. And I'm so happy to see some of these governments listening. Possible repercussions of the loss of this legal recognition. If the religious status of our associations were no longer legally recognized, we could lose the ability to receive legacies and be deprived of the tax benefits we enjoy on donations and property. Oh gee, boo-hoo, they're worried about their money. As if they don't get enough. Even more worrying, the prefect accuses us of breaches of public order, which amounts to accusing us of criminal acts. Yeah, I have proof of several criminal acts I could show you. The Council of Ministers could use this reason to dissolve our religious associations, which would result in the loss of the real estate used for our worship. Take it all. Letters of protest to the prefect. Oh, witnesses don't protest. They have to remain neutral. That's what they said in an Awake article several years ago. The branch is taking steps to respond to this intention to withdraw the legal recognition of these two religious associations. Translation, they're going to send their gang of legal department after the French government. If you wish to support this approach, you may consider sending a respectful letter to the prefect of Hauts-de-Seine. I know I'm probably slaughtering that, to protest the withdrawal of the religious benefits currently enjoyed by these two associations. This letter should be sent during the week of October 13th. Yeah, well, I would love to see a bunch of us ex-JWs send the prefect a letter and tell him what's really going on and how horrible and evil and satanic this organization is. Maybe I'll even send them Let's clip from the annual meeting he just did where he's talking about the kill rate of an angel and how all the French government and all these other governments are going to be killed by Jesus and his, angels. The congregation elders can provide you with the prefect's contact information as well as information you might want to mention in your letters. We ask that you make this situation a subject of your prayers. Yeah, I'm praying to the real source that he takes down all of these evil, abusive, trauma-causing, psychological, messed up organizations. And it isn't just Jehovah's Witnesses. Most of them on this planet. We are confident that Jehovah will continue to bless his servants and that no weapon made against us will prevail. As Elisha said to his servant, do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more numerous than those who are with them. I doubt it. Look how many ex-JWs there are in this world, and those who agree with our stance and are whistleblowing and exposing, these abusive cults. Now, before I close, I want to mention I got an email from Pimo, I believe. Thank you very much. And apparently there was a wedding in their area, Jehovah's Witness wedding. Now, I want to remind everybody, in case you don't know, that not too long ago, Watchtower came out with an article, weddings that honor Jehovah or, respectful, whatever it was, and they laid down the guidelines. We know they've had guidelines on how weddings should be done, if they're going to be at the Kingdom Hall. And I just want to mention that our elders were so staunch that when our kids got married here at our house, it wasn't even in the Kingdom Hall, they had to approve of everything. And they even wouldn't allow them to go get married at the local Native American ruins down the road, because at one point it was a Catholic church. Hypocrites. So I'm going to read the email. And I want to say that I have permission to use this video. So Watchtower, bride and groom, don't try to give me a copyright strike, because many at that wedding have video of it. Video attaches some fairly outlandish singing ingredients by JWs at a wedding celebration at the Gold Coast in Queensland. The bride and groom, as well as their rowdy friends, singing a kingdom song at a public venue. Sound quite drunk to me. My oh my, how things have changed in the organization. What an embarrassing spectacle. The service was on the beach, groom barefooted, not the Kingdom Hall. This is what the groom requested. I heard a comment from a sister that she was disappointed they didn't get married in the Kingdom Hall dressed with shoes on. Not that there's anything wrong with a beach wedding, but the bloody singing was pathetic. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know that the brother is still used in the congregation to take field service groups, etc. Not sure if he is a ministerial servant or elder. Also, now that cannabis is legal for medical use, many brothers are getting stuck into it, going to meetings and field service high. Oh, good Lord. Who would have thought? I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I would have never thought the organization and the Jehovah's Witness would stoop to this level. Well, I know cannabis is legal here in New Mexico, and I've heard reports, same thing, even elders doing parts high as a kite. Oh, but it helps them relax. Yeah. One appointed brother said it helps with his nerves when he delivers parts. Hope you're both encouraged about the positive report and that the friends down under are happy. Feel free to share the video and email contents. I believe there is a Watchtower study article November or December about bringing honor to Jehovah on our wedding days. Hey, didn't I just mention that? So thank you very much. We appreciate it, Pimo Down Under. And so enjoy a few clips from this.
Behold, I'm making you delight. He'll never forsake you. Walk on his love. Tell the good tidings of freedom and peace. He's the one for Jesus will never increase. All right, now please stop kissing.
So, anyway, that's it for now, and I want to thank all of you so much for liking and subscribing and your comments and emails. It's very much appreciated, and we couldn't do this without all of you, because even just watching our videos, you're supporting this channel, so we appreciate it very much. So you all have a wonderful week. Bye.